India has been an outspoken supporter of nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation. This is despite the fact that it has its own nuclear weapons program.
Today, at 15:45 hours, India conducted 3 underground nuclear tests in the Pokhran range.
A variety of factors have shaped India's stance, including its historical experiences, strategic interests, and desire for international recognition. What is India's nuclear weapons program? And what's India's stance on nuclear disarmament? These are the core questions. Hello and welcome to The Core Questions. What is India's nuclear weapons program? After witnessing the devastation wrought by the atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, long wary of the great powers, particularly the United States and China, India has sought to maintain strategic autonomy. India's nuclear weapons program arose from security concerns as well as a desire for international recognition. The leaders of India believed that acquiring nuclear weapons was required to deter potential adversaries and ensure India's security. The first nuclear test conducted by India in 1974 was viewed as a demonstration of the country's technological prowess and status as a rising global power. The international community has criticized India's nuclear weapons program, particularly the United States and its allies. In an effort to curb India's nuclear weapons program, the US has imposed various sanctions on it over the years, including sanctions on high-tech exports. India, on the other hand, has continued to advance its nuclear capabilities, including missile technology and a nuclear submarine program. If India is actively developing nuclear capacity, what is our stance on nuclear disarmament? India has argued that any country's possession of nuclear weapons poses a threat to global security, and that the only way to ensure peace and stability is for all nuclear weapons to be destroyed. India has also called for the establishment of a nuclear-free world and has backed a number of international initiatives promoting nuclear disarmament. For example, India has called for a global ban on nuclear testing and has backed the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, or the CTBT, which is currently awaiting ratification. Having said that, India is one of the few countries in the world with nuclear weapons. In 1974, India conducted its first nuclear test, and since then it has developed a nuclear triad consisting of land-based, sea-based, and air-based delivery systems. At the same time, India argues vehemently that the spread of nuclear weapons to other countries poses a threat to global security and has called for strong measures to prevent nuclear proliferation. To add to this, India is not a signatory to the Non-Proliferation Treaty, or the NPT, the cornerstone of global efforts to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons. This is a bit contradictory, isn't it? Actually, no, it's not.
India is committed to the goal of a nuclear weapons-free world and the complete elimination of nuclear weapons, consistent with the highest priority accorded to nuclear disarmament by the final document of the first special session of the UN General Assembly on disarmament.
Indian officials have emphasized the importance of India's security, arguing that the country needs a credible nuclear deterrent to deter potential adversaries. Officials in India have also correctly stated that India's nuclear weapons program is a legitimate expression of its national sovereignty and that India has the right to defend itself against potential threats. Simply put, India has attempted to strike a balance between its commitment to nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation and its desire for security and recognition. Furthermore, India has stated that the NPT is discriminatory and perpetuates a two-tiered system of nuclear haves and have-nots by unfairly restricting access to peaceful nuclear technology for non-nuclear weapon states. This has put India at odds with the international community on this issue, as the majority of countries support the NPT as a critical component of nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation. However, this has had no effect on India. For years, we have maintained a firm stance. In a speech to the United Nations in 1998, former Indian Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee argued that nuclear weapons are a threat to humanity and that the only way to ensure peace and security is through complete disarmament. India has also spoken out against the use of nuclear energy for military purposes, calling for greater transparency and safeguards in the peaceful use of nuclear energy. India has backed the International Atomic Energy Agency, or the IAEA, and allowed IAEA inspectors to inspect its civilian nuclear facilities. More recently, Indian External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has called for a rules-based global order to promote nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation. Nuclear weapons, according to Jaishankar, have no place in a civilized world, and the goal of nuclear disarmament must be pursued with urgency and determination. Bottom line, India's nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation policy is complex and nuanced, reflecting the country's desire for security and recognition, as well as its commitment to global disarmament and non-proliferation efforts. What are your thoughts on India and nuclear weapons? I want to know, so be sure to leave your comments below. Like and share this video as well. Thanks for watching the Core Questions by the Times of India. Until next time, this is Priyanka Deo signing off. Namaste.